Hey folks, it's Abby from Abby of Pellinor, and it is December, it is Christmas time, and I'm here to do my monthly TBR. Yes, I have my Christmas jumper on. Wait a minute, let me move you back. Look how cute! It's a little robin. I love it, I love it, I love it. It's Christmas, it's December. Very excited to have something happy occurring this year. I am keeping my TBR minuscule this month. I do not have time for it to be big. I'm going to be going down to Essex to see some family, I'm going to be going up to Scotland to see the other half of my family, and I'm going to be going to Manchester for my work Christmas do, as well as, you know, actually trying to celebrate Christmas with my partner. So it's a busy month, and I have been stressing a lot about what I've been reading, so we're really narrowing it down this month. So I'm going to start with the two books that I do not have, and those are my book box books. They haven't arrived yet. I'm pre-filming this slightly. I am sweating in this jumper. That is the Goldsborough book of the month. I don't know what it is. And the Illumicrate book of the month. I also don't know what it is. Book boxes. Very excited for both of them. Even though I don't know what they are. Goldsborough because I always love it, and Illumicrate because it's always something that's quite popular. And so I'm always nosy. But those are the two books that I really don't know anything about. Yay. Now let's get on to just 3 other books that I'm adding to my TBR. First up, the one that's going to take me the longest to get through, I think. The Poppy War by R. F. Kuang. After reading Babel, I am so excited to get to this. I know it's going to be really different. I know that, I'm aware. But I really liked Kuang's writing style in Babel, so I'm really hoping that I enjoy it in the Poppy War as well. And I'm pretty sure Carrie's liked the Poppy War, so that just means I'm going to love it, right? And then the other two I'm hoping I will get through pretty quickly. First one is going to make Caitlin incredibly excited, and that is The Spear of Truth by Caroline Logan. This is the 4th and final book in the Four Treasures series. This is a Scottish-inspired fantasy written by a Scottish author. I have adored the other 3 books in this series. I'm so sad that it's coming to an end, but I'm also so excited. I know that this book looks about the same size as the Poppy War, maybe slightly shorter, but I speed through these. This is about 540 pages of pure serotonin, and I'm so excited. This series starts off in the first book with a very grumpy woman who basically acts like a grumpy old grandpa, which I love, and she is roped in, after saving these people, into becoming their bodyguard. And it turns out that these 2 people are Selkies, and they are very high powers in this kingdom, and she's just roped into being their bodyguard, and so she ends up going from being very isolated and on her own to knowing all about the country's current political moves, the king, everything like that. And it's so beautiful. You get found family, you get fantastic Scottish mythology. Caroline has really done her research here. It's just, not enough people read this, I promise. This is just the sort of fantasy book where even when, you know, bad stuff's happening and things aren't going the way it seems, it's just a good time. It's just so much fun to read. Every single other one of these books that I've read so far, I've read in 2 days. All of them. And that's because I forced myself to put it down and enjoy it and take my time with it. So I'm so excited for this one. And then one that a few more of you are going to know, and that is God's Cards by Pratchett. This is the 8th Discworld novel. So I did have a few other books that I was so tempted to put on my December TBR, but I was like, no, I'm limiting it to 5. If I read more, fantastic, but I'm stopping it at 5. And my partner really wants me to carry on with Discworld because he loves Discworld, so I felt like I should finally read one. I haven't read a single Discworld book this year, so, you know. The man's got tattoos of Discworld, the least I can do is read a Discworld book. These are always really quick to read through as well. I mean, this one is technically like 315 pages, but it's also a mass market, so these are also nice quick reads for me. So I'm very excited to dive into some fun, fantastical worlds. In terms of other things that I might read, I do like to try and do a reread of A Christmas Carol, so I may take that up with me on the train up to Newcastle, so that I can, you know, just blast through this on the train. It's a nice quick read. So I do like to try and reread that. And then if I do somehow manage to get through all the books, I do have like the backup TBR that I wanted to read. Foundation by Mercedes Lackey, Sorcerer to the Crown by Zen Cho, there's Lyriel by Garth Nix, there's Red Queen by Christina Henry. So a lot of books that I can pick up if I manage to read, but it's going to be a nice, chill, slow end of the year for me reading wise, and I think that's what I need to kind of reset myself and set up for 2023. Dear God. So let me know down in the comments below, what are you hoping to read this month? Are you going for Christmassy reads? The only Christmassy read in my radar is A Christmas Carol, if I do end up picking that up to reread it. But yeah, do you go for Christmassy stuff this time of year, or do you just stick with your normal reading? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you'd like to see how I manage with these 5 books, please do hit the subscribe button to see some more of my videos, and I will see you in the next one. Bye folks!